crazy situation going on right now in real time. There is a picture of the shooter. As we wait and see. I'm gonna put the scanner up so we can listen in on the scanner too. Top feeds right now. All right, here we are. We're at a different location here. We're gonna listen in. All right, I have the scanner on, so you'll be able to hear the scanner also. If anything goes down. I got the local scanner there. So we'll wait and see. All right, folks, we have a active situation.
Incident is happening. It's just 1 block from here, okay? 1 block from here at 51st Street, and then you would make a right. It's down that side street, 51st and Park Avenue. Now again, I want you to go ahead, push into the mayor, because I want to stay on top of what the mayor's doing, and see at what point they are actually. Oh, the mayor is going. He went underneath the yellow tape. He is now approaching 51st Street. Let's go over here, Gus. Just get in the middle of the street. Just go ahead. Get over there. I want you to stay on with the mayor, if you would, please. Okay. And again, Linda Schmidt with Fox 5 News here. I'm out here with Gus Batista. He is my cameraman. And we are reporting from Midtown. Now again, the mayor just crossed the yellow police line. He is walking toward 51st Street, which is 1 block from here. And then if you would make that right on 51st, it is just down, excuse me, a short distance, which is the entryway to where my colleague, Matt Otimus, and we'll be talking to Matt here again in just a moment, where he saw all of the officers with their guns drawn at the door, and then saw officers, multiple officers, carrying out someone. It appeared to be a man in a uniform who apparently had been shot. So Gus, go ahead. We can just show the rest of the scene here. Again, we have state police on the scene. Literally hundreds of police officers. Now, because I'm monitoring, hold on just a second. Because I'm monitoring other sources of information, I'm not able to make phone calls to my sources while I'm going live here and reading information coming in from some of my colleagues. But again, my colleague Arthur Sheehan posting for us, and I'm just reading what he wrote. For background, officers on paid detail are technically off duty. Okay. New Yorkers commonly see them in the businesses that pay for additional security. Okay. The gunman walked in. The gunman walked in with an AR-15 in clear view. Do we have pictures? I mean, I'm looking at the pictures right now. Yeah, one of our colleagues, Peter Fassini, just posted 2 pictures of the suspect walking in, and he is walking down, it looks like Park Avenue. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, broad daylight, right past the Bank of America building?
Yeah, that's the little Esplanade, Bank of America. There's Park Avenue right there.
Oh my gosh. Walks in, the guy's wearing, hold on just a second. Oh, okay, hold on just a second. All right. The police department is making us move away from the location where we are now, but I want to continue to describe. I hope you guys have the pictures. The suspect apparently wearing a blue blazer. It looks like a navy blue blazer, either a light blue or a white collared shirt. Sneakers, like black and white sneakers. Looks like to be like a pair of dark jeans, carrying what appears to be an AR-15. Oh, sorry, I gotta move. Cops are yelling at us. Okay, thanks guys, be careful. carrying what appears to be an AR-15. He's holding it down by his side as he is walking, and he seems to be walking with purpose. It's not like he's just casually walking along the street. It looks like he is intent, obviously, with an AR-15 of carrying out something destructive. But what's really striking me about this is that it's broad daylight, and apparently nobody in this moment noticed that this man was walking with an AR-15. And the picture, it is absolutely clear.
Yeah, you can really see Paul along here with the mouth.
Oh, okay, all right. Now now let's hop back in here. Just go ahead and leave that back there, that's great. We're all helping each other out here, okay? This is breaking news. We haven't been experiencing anything like this in quite some time. So now, you were here when all of this went down. You're just on your way home from work.
I was going home. I was going to Grand Central to catch my train to go home. I had my headphones on, and I tell you, I won't wear my headphones again because I saw a rush of people coming past me. A lot of people. It didn't look like just normal 1 or 2 people walking by me.
Right.
It was a rush of people, and I took my headphones out, and somebody said gunshots. And then I didn't hear anything. And then so I started walking back to check it out. And then somebody said gunshots, shooter, active shooter. And then I saw cops going into the Bank of America building on the side entrance with their guns drawn. And then that's when I just kind of backed up and just see what was going on. Then a bunch of people started running out of that building. And then that's when I saw 4 police officers bringing out another individual that was in a uniform that looked injured. They were carrying him out.
Okay, all right, so the gentleman that carried out was wearing some type of a uniform, but again, we don't know
Yeah, I don't know if it
what
was,
his job is.
I don't know if it was a security guard or if it was a police officer with a blue uniform, and they're carrying him by his arms and his legs out of the, rushing out of the building.
And the thing of it is too, because we are in the news business, where whenever anything like this happens, we just don't walk by it. Matt stops, of course, and he starts taking video of the different things that he had seen. And he posted that video of showing, it was multiple police officers with their guns drawn at the door. And then you saw the SWAT team showing up.
I saw the SWAT team going in, the police presence became much more heavy, more police officers, lots of sirens, ambulance. It all started, as you see right here.
He's a colleague of ours. Matt works for Fox 5. Yeah. Some of our colleagues here from some of the other TV stations thinking that Matt is just somebody else who's walking along the street here who saw something, so they wanted to try to do an interview with him, which is understandable. So now, then you overheard people talking, some witnesses, what did you hear?
There, I was there with my camera, recording as much as I could. I did speak to an individual that was closer to the church, where there's a lot of people that kind of sit there and wait for, I think it's food donations or they're there. And they said that a woman said that she saw somebody with an AR-15 going into the building. And then so that confirms what Dr. Chen said in the photograph, confirms what that eyewitness saw, that there was somebody walking the building with an AR-15 in sneakers. Just go right into the building.
And once again, I'm looking at that video that our colleague Peter Fassini from a law enforcement source, and it is the picture of the alleged suspect. And again, walking, it's really stunning to me.
Shout out to J.R. Meadows.
Everything that we do in this business, it's still shocking to me when I see something like this.
What's going on, brother?
Yeah, especially across that Esplanade, which is wide open. You wonder if you had to get out.
Hey, J.R. Meadows, I want to let you know, too, I'm definitely going to get at you. But my phone has been acting so crazy, bro. Maybe when I holler at you, I'll let you know what's going on. But I'm having one heck of a time getting into my phone. I seen your message. That's why I haven't hit you back yet. But I'm going to holler at you, brother. I just wanted to let you know that. The only way I can let you know that right now was hollering at you on here. Because getting into my phone right now is a mother. Like this video as you come in. YouTube does not want y'all to see this. They're trying to stop me from live streaming this. That's why they keep pausing the video.
Out of a car, how did he get there? He obviously did not walk down the street with an AR-15 all the way the entire way. So you just don't know where he came from, if he got out of a vehicle or what. Because I didn't see anything that looked like that, and nobody was reacting until people just started running after they said they heard gunshots. And later on, when I was going back and checking these out, I did hear a gunshot. So
Okay,
Jay
now something
Meadows
else, and this
says-
is information again that's coming in from our colleagues who are back.
Jay Meadows says if it was a Hebrew, they would have been dropped him. Hell yeah. If that was a Hebrew, he would have never been able to walk down the street with that AK like that.
At the station and other locations, and they are reaching out to their sources to get the information. My colleague Arthur Chan reporting from a source. Now again, all this information is preliminary, that the shooter ended up shooting himself, self-inflicted gunshot wound found on the 33rd floor. Okay, let
Yeah, here it is.
me see here. The person that we saw, that you saw being carried out of the building was taken to New York Presbyterian, which is not far from here at all, one of the best hospitals in the world. And apparently that person is in bad shape, according to my colleague, Arthur Chan. I mean, we can only pray that whoever this person is, that they pull out of this. But again, he is hearing from a source that the shooter shot himself, that he is down on the 33rd floor of the building. So talk to me a little bit more. Hold on just a second. The gunman walked in with an AR-15 again in clear view, which you and I have been talking about. He was also wearing sunglasses, dark sunglasses, navy jacket, black jeans, and sneakers. Let me see, did anything, okay, hold on. Confirm.
Linda,
Okay,
the police were in there for a while. They were.
Sorry, cops are coming through here. I gotta move. Get over to the other side.
We got the mayor, the police chief, commish. They're moving people out of the area.
You gotta get over. Just get over.
Apparently there's a vehicle coming through.
Okay, we got an NYPD vehicle coming down.
Are we keeping the
50th
picture of the
Street here. We don't
suspect?
know if they're parking there to keep us at distance. That might be the situation now. Because all of the police officers that are out here, they're dealing with, no, it looks like he's backing up to park. The situation that they're dealing with, not only do they have to keep the area contained where the active shooter went into the building, but they have to keep pedestrians safe. And New York City is one of those areas where
All right, we got different feeds, different perspectives here. Stay with us, folks. So apparently the shooter did a self-inflicted gunshot wound to himself on the 33rd floor of this building here on, now they're saying 51st and Park Avenue. Initial reports were 52nd and Park. In that general area, it looks like Park, 51st, 52nd. Massive police presence in the area here as we try to get an understanding of what happened here and if there's others out there. I'm sure, you know, what in the world's going on here? You got a guy, AR-15 rifle, toting it around in Manhattan. Scary stuff. One police officer shot, that's the report, unknown on the condition of that officer as we try to get more information about this situation. So there's a lot of different feeds and things that are going up right now. 345 Park Avenue, the location of the reported incident. It goes on to say,
great coverage by Tom Winter as usual, giving a clear picture here. And I think you mentioned that it really ups the ante when we have an assailant with a rifle on Park Avenue in Manhattan. That's unusual in New York. I mean, we do see handgun attacks more there because of the strict gun laws. So a rifle also ups the ante, Tom, because of the velocity of the weapon and the wounds it can produce. But I would just say a little bit of good news for, you know, there's an officer who's wounded and there's a civilian who's wounded. And, you know, we went through so many shootings at ATF over the years, and we had to talk to the trauma surgeons all the time. And one thing they always told us, if you're shot and you're alive, you know, you got a good chance of surviving.
Hey family, I just uploaded a video today about gun violence and how sick of it I am. I just uploaded a video today about how out of hand gun violence is, for one, in the DMV where I'm at, and then how out of hand gun violence is in America, period. I just uploaded that video today. And now, look at this. I can't make this up.
All right, so we're back here, different feeds, different perspectives of what's going on. Who is this shooter? Who is the shooter? I believe I can hear that reporter in the background talking. So they are pushing people back a significant distance here, folks, with the situation in New York City. All right, so what they're saying is the building, here's what's interesting. The building that this incident happened was the NFL and Bank of America building.
Security usually, depend on the building. Maybe an off-duty NYPD officer working a second job in uniform, maybe in plain clothes. But if somebody walks in with a rifle and there's a policeman there, we could certainly see that could be a possible place where a confrontation happened quickly. And like you say, unless you have a key to the elevator or knowledge, or you're an insider.
Hey, Jim, I'm just going to pause. Hey, Jim.
Who's an insider.
Yeah, Jim, sorry. We just got some new information I want to report. Jonathan Dienstover at our partners at NBC New York, WNBC, is reporting that he's hearing the active shooter has shot himself on the 33rd floor of the building in question. There is also a photo that is being circulated that NBC New York is also showing of a man wearing a suit holding an assault rifle. Tom, I know you've seen this photo. We're going to put it up once it comes in. We have it now.
Yeah,
okay, so
our control room is in the process. In fairness to them, I just sent it to them, so they're going to have it's going to take them a second to bring it up as fast as they are. But the photo very clearly depicts an individual armed with a long gun, alluding to what I was talking to you about just a few moments ago. You're looking
this
at
is
it
the
right
photo
there.
here.
Yeah, so this was captured from a surveillance camera, and the NYPD is looking for this individual, possibly in connection with this active shooting incident. I don't think I need to do a lot of description here. He's depicted as holding what is clearly a long gun there, believed to be an assault rifle. He's got it in his right hand. Unclear to me, if you look at his shirt, he's got this light blue shirt here. See how it appears to be a little puffed out in front, Tom? There was
It's
some,
untucked, too.
yeah, and untucked. So there was some question as to whether or not this individual had some sort of a bulletproof vest. It's not clear at all to us, at least initially here, perhaps it is to the police department, who specifically this individual is, what their background is, what their history is. That'll all be part of the investigation, but they are awfully fast, and I can tell you they're headed down a track on this right now.
Jim, you're a former ATF agent. I want you to walk our viewers through the weapon that we're looking at right here, and specifically two things: what we see on the muzzle there, and also the type of ammo that we're seeing, the jacket, if you will, on this weapon here. Talk to our viewers what you're noticing.
Yeah, it's a military-style rifle. It looks to be, it's hard to see because his clothes are dark. I'm trying to get an outline of the receiver there. It may be an AR-15 variant. It looks like about a 30-round magazine sticking out of the back, and he's got a muzzle brake, or it could be a silencer or suppressor, as we call them, wrapped in some kind of gauze or tape. Looks like you might have a strap with the weapon as well. There's some kind of a khaki strap hanging down there, but clearly, I mean, that's a 30-round magazine he's got. He's got plenty of ammo to shoot there, and he's taken some pains to create some kind of a device for himself. It looks to be, it's hard because his leg is right, the black pants right behind me.
Yeah.
But
And then,
military style weapon, high velocity, rapid fire, certainly at least semi-automatic at the very least. The rapid fire could also be fully automatic.
And then, Jim, you have a man, you know, he's wearing sunglasses. He's got the rifle, the assault rifle, right by his side, and he appears to casually be strolling in. What does this tell you about his motives and what he wants to do, or what he thinks?
Yeah, you know, that's exactly right. That's the thing to notice on the stroll. I mean, he's definitely on his mission. He's ready to go. Look at how he's striding in there. He wants to do this. He's ready to go. He's got his weapon, his sunglasses, and he's walking briskly toward his target. You know, what is the reason for that? We don't know. Is he, like I said before, it could be an insider, somebody done him wrong. This could be revenge. He wants to get somebody in there.
What do you
We don't
think
know.
it
Or it
is,
could be
yeah,
a
bro?
complete stranger in fact. It's just too hard to tell.
Yeah.
I want to know whether you're on the live stream or you catch this on the playback. Who do you think this is, and why is he doing this? I definitely want to know what y'all think.
You know, at the moment, but certainly the little things we can glean, you know, it looks like he has a pair of, you know, running shoes or sneakers on, just a jacket. That's not necessarily a suit coat, but just a blue jacket, some black trousers or jeans maybe, and that rifle, which
Yeah.
he's got down by his side. You know, when a person holds a rifle low like that, they're not right at the place they want to shoot. In other words, he's trying to make an egress into where he wants to shoot. If he was right where he wanted to shoot, he'd have his other hand under the stock of the weapon. You know, he'd be advancing like you see the SRT officers advance or SWAT officers advance. But no, he's not at the place yet that he wants to do the shooting yet. And so where he keeps that rifle low,
Todd
It's
Vex,
almost
Jason
like-
Edwards.
you won't
Good to
notice
see
it.
you,
will,
bro.
but you might not, because he's not holding it up high and spinning it around. And this is sometimes how guys get into buildings. I can think of many cases, and you can too.
Hey, brother Jason
where people
Edwards, what are you
just
hearing up there in
just walk in.
NYC? Since we know you actively on the turf up there, are you hearing anything about this, brother? What are your thoughts on this? Who do you think this guy is, and why is he here doing this?
Yeah.
But this building might have had some security right there in the front, and maybe that's what happened. I'm sure dig it out, report will find out. The 33rd floor, that's going to play into this somehow.
33rd
Why
floor,
that floor? You know,
that
why is
number
he there?
33.
And he commits suicide there. So, you know, this is going to be an interesting set of facts to unravel as why the shooter is there.
Yeah, and how
Jay Meadows says, now ask
Tom
yourself,
Winter has some new
how
report.
no
I'm gonna
cops
put this picture in
around.
here.
Sure, so I just want to be
Yeah.
clear with the specific floor, we've heard that change several times. And that's not surprising to me because an individual is going to report certain things on certain floor. Which one did he go to? Of course, there's stairwells, there's fire escapes. So the fire
Jay
escape
Meadows says,
individuals
Jason,
travel up and
thumbs
down
up.
floors. So I just want to mention that. So this person was described to us as an individual that they're
Jay
looking for,
Meadows
they believe in
says,
connection
it's
with this
planned.
incident. We're still waiting to get some name and other details from this person. We do know that one police officer working a paid detail was shot as a result of this incident. We know that at least one civilian has been critically injured as a result of this incident, and it is possible that other civilians could have been injured. I put a bit of an asterisk on that, Tom. You can only
Now look at this. They're searching a vehicle here. They're searching a vehicle in the middle of the road here, which is interesting.
Jason Edwards says, Mr. Real Talk is
Doesn't
crazy.
belong to the shooter. Is this the shooter's vehicle?
I was driving and got the notification from you like 2 minutes ago. I'ma check it out to get details. Good looking, brother. Good looking. You be safe out here, brother.
This could be the shooter's vehicle. So, what's going on here with this? Left in the middle of the road there. What's going on here? Definitely this has connected in some way, shape, or form. One thing I want to know though is was the NFL the target? Could the NFL have been a target? 33rd floor. So we're putting out information in different, look at them, searching the vehicle. Magnolia put on the chat at the bottom, the office building is where Blackstone and NFL headquarters are located. So that is interesting there. Governor Hochul of New York has been briefed about the situation, put out on X. I've been briefed on the active shooter situation in Midtown Manhattan. She's asked New Yorkers and visitors to avoid the area, including the building area of 52nd Street and Park Avenue and 3rd Avenue near the incident. So this could...
Jason Edwards says, I was in Jamaica, Queens yesterday. It was always the hood. Our people lived there, but now it's extra filthy with migrants, Mexicans. Got it, Jason Edwards. Hey, yo, it is crazy. It's crazy what has happened to this country's landscape. And it's also crazy how all of these shootings, y'all, I don't care whether it's hood shootings like this. I mean, if you can't see that we in the end times, I don't know what to tell you, fam. If you can't see the daughter of Babylon is falling right before your eyes, if you don't know what that looks like, I don't know what to tell you, fam. This is heavy, though. This is heavy. And Jason Edwards, they did the same thing down here in the DMV, DC, parts of PG County. It used to be a lot of Negroes, but now tons of illegal migrants, particularly Mexicans or so-called Mexicans, whatever you want to call these people. These people are not our people, and that's just a part of the end time symptoms. This place is going down, y'all. It's multiple mass shootings a day, it seems like. Just wasn't that yesterday? It was a mass stabbing. I'm telling you, Psalms 83, they are crashing out all over the place, y'all. Psalms 83 crashing out, y'all.
Could be the shooter's vehicle here. Who is this person? This person was like a gangster, literally holding an AR-15.
Jason Edwards says, wow, they even invaded DC, Chocolate City. Hey, Jason Edwards, they cannot call DC Chocolate City no more. Don't get me wrong, it's still a lot of niggas down here, but it has been highly, and I mean highly gentrified. Esau came and he took DC back. He took it away. It is not Chocolate City no more. You got lots of Edomites here, and you got a lot of these migrants here, so-called migrants, so-called Mexicans, and all them other kind of Hispanics. There's all kind of people out this joint now. It is crazy. And you know what's so crazy? They're moving to the place, they're moving to the hood that was the hood for years, and then got the nerve to look at you funny when they see you walking down the street. Got the nerve to wonder why niggas is in the neighborhood getting shot and robbed. You like, hold up, what kind of neighborhood is this? Yeah, you just showed up last night. This is the kind of neighborhood where niggas get robbed and shot and unalive. But since you're Johnny come lately, you don't know nothing about that. It's crazy what they done did out here, though. They doing that all over the place, though. And I'm sure, like you said, they doing it in New York heavy, the DC area. I'm sure probably places like Chicago. Jason Edwards says, an El Salvadorian shot at cops after he hacked a brother with a machete. Damn, in Suffolk County, Long Island. Damn. Whoa. See, yeah, y'all, this is why I was so hard on these illegal migrants, y'all. Because of stuff, just like what Jason Edwards said. See, I'm not going to play those kind of games and act like everybody's the same and act like we don't know what kind of stuff people been up to. These people are not your friends. They don't like you, and they are violent, okay? And they're filled with hate towards the Israelites, wherever they are. Doesn't matter if you in America or outside of America. These other people, they hate the Israelites. And them so-called El Salvadorians, for the most part, they Psalms 83. They ain't no different. They will swing a machete at you, and then they'll lick shots at the cops. So I'm telling all of y'all Hebrew Israelites out there, keep your head on the swivel, keep your mind sharp, keep your body in somewhat decent physical working, because you never know when it might go down. Okay, you never know when it might go down. You never know what you may be called on to do. And it got nothing to do with what you want to do or what you don't want to do or what you don't like to do. Got nothing to do with that. You may be called on at some point. Maybe you will, maybe you won't. But just for the fact that there's a possibility that you could be called on at some point to handle your business, you need to make sure that you are ready to go. Okay? Jason Edwards says, IUIC, ISUPK, other camps just going to keep lying, saying these are our people. The Most High going to destroy them camps. I really don't think they're going to repent. Hey, Jason Edwards, I don't think they're going to repent either, bro. Jason Edwards says, I could be wrong. You could be, and I could be. We all could be, brother. But it doesn't look like they're going to repent. And of course, before we repented, somebody could have looked at us and said, well, it doesn't look like they're going to repent. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. But one thing we know, the masses, for the most part, they're not going to repent. 2/3, they're going to get knocked off. So for the most part, the majority of people on planet Earth, they are not going to repent. And most people, they refuse to leave the world's favorite idol. It's crazy.
Rifle, like a gangster.
Hit that like button,
who,
Hebrew.
Who is this shooter? Is this the shooter's vehicle? What are they doing here? We are live watching this all unfold. The massive police response, hundreds and hundreds of law enforcement. And then I also saw state police and other agencies there. They're saying at least one officer and 2 civilian.
Jason Edwards says, but I really, really am leaning on they not going to repent. I saw a new video of ISUPK kissing Hispanics ass. It was disgusting. I bet it was. Them Negroes love puckering up to these Hispanics. They love it.
Shot at 345 Park Avenue in Manhattan. So now they're saying 2 civilians. So we continue to get more information that continues to trickle out. Now the question is, who is the suspect and why did they do this? Other information, Mayor Eric Adams, who you saw was on the scene. Mayor Adams there. Commissioner Tisch was there. New York City Mayor Eric Adams said on X, there's an active shooter investigation in Midtown Manhattan. New Yorkers, there is an active shooter investigation taking place in Midtown. Right now, Adams wrote, please take...
All right, fam, I told y'all, I'm not going to keep y'all long. I just wanted to let y'all know what kind of stuff is going on around y'all. This is major news, okay? And I'm sure further details are probably going to come out about this later on. I just wanted to drop this on y'all to let y'all know what times you living in. I'm sure everybody out there has their thoughts on this. Go right down in the comment section and let me know what your thoughts are about this. And as more information comes out, maybe your perspective will go to the left or go to the right. Either way, I want to know what y'all think about this, family. Be safe out here in these streets. Turn to the Most High God and Him alone. It's your only way out, Hebrew.